Hi, and thank you for joining me. I apologize for not doing this at 2 p.m. today instead of 3, but with some health issues and some other things that went on, it made it near impossible to get here to do this for you. Now, let's get started, shall we? We've been trading with Forex.com, and the pair has been NZDUSD. Let's start our screen share, so you can see what's going on. And here we go. Okay, overnight, the trade was actually, when we did our last video yesterday, the trade was a negative 30.30. And now it's a negative 32.60. Don't be concerned. Don't be worried about it. We are in plenty of time for this to turn around and go exactly the way we want it to. This is actually a buy, and the lot size is 0.01. I'm keeping the lot size as low as possible to eliminate any risk to profit issue. Put up some lights so that I can be seen. There we go. Now, my entry price is at 0.68310. Fair enough, right? I started this trade on June 25th at $280. Don't look at my balance because it was not all. In fact, it was only one win from this trade. Everything else was something that I added to my balance from my own accounts, making my margin level close to the 44,475.33%. Just a better trend or trade margin level to eliminate any excess issues. And I lost my light. So be with me one moment. There we go. Okay, so as I was saying, this trend is not going to be, or trade is not going to be an issue. My entry price at the 68310 is a fairly decent entry price. Going down to the 4 hours so you can see what I'm doing. My stop loss is a negative 7,000 pips or $70. That is why it's a 0.01. It keeps the amount that I could lose at a very minimal. And I have plenty of time for it to grow. So my stop loss is 0.61310. Fair enough, right? My take profit is also at 7,000 pips or $70. 1-to-1 ratio eliminates any excess risk that you can have here. $70 gain or lose is not going to hurt me. It's not that big of a deal because of where my balance sits. And it is at 0.75310. Now, many people have told me that after the fourth number, after the decimal point, is a pipette. Well, if you pay attention, it's also a 0. So it's not going to affect my trading any. With the price currently being at 0.65030, it's given me a negative $32.81. Not even half of my stop loss or take profit. So it's not a concern. Now, I've also been told, well, why don't you do a smaller time chart? Why do you keep it to the larger time charts? Well, here's why. A minute time chart. I might have read the first 3 or 4 sentences of an excellent novel in this time. It's got my interest, but I don't see anything to be excited about. This is the 1 minute. The 5 minute time chart. If you're a good reader, a fast reader, you might have read the first paragraph in that 5 minutes. Still got your interest, but there's no way to know how this story or this trade is going to play out. 15-minute time chart. Okay, now we're up to the first page of the story. You still don't know exactly where you could be going with this. And there's many people that trade on these time charts. It's just not my repertoire. It's not what I want to do. Going into a 30-minute time chart, many that I know do these and get in and out of a trade. It's called scalping, but there's nothing wrong with it. What you feel comfortable with and what time you want to spend is completely and totally uniquely to the person that's doing the trading. But in a 30-minute time, I may have read the first chapter of that story. Still don't have much information. Moving on to the hour time chart, and many trades get placed in this area, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not me. It doesn't give me a full picture of this trade because it only goes back to July of 2018, which was just a few months ago. It's not going to tell me what I need to know to see it without indicators. This is called a naked chart because there are no indicators. You only have the entry price, the stop loss, and the take profit on this chart. Many traders add the extra indicators, giving them information on how they can trade at the smaller time charts. That's why I don't. My health issues make it near impossible to relearn everything as well as all the indicators at the time that I'm needing to trade. Going into the 4-hour time chart, I have more information here, and I can see some head and shoulders and some important resistance, and the trade actually testing the support and turning around and doing what it wants. It hasn't broke through many, but it's going to get there. And this is not where I stop my trade. Going into the daytime chart, I have a clearer picture of this trade, and it goes back to January of 2014, over 4 years ago. I can see by looking at this trade, many head and shoulders, inverted as well as other. They test the resistance and the support 3 times and it goes up, and it does that frequently throughout this trade. It goes 1, 2, 3 up, does some head and shoulders, does 1, 2, 3 and up, does some head and shoulders. See the pattern here? This is why I stay in the daytime chart and I trade here. I know that by looking at this and seeing what the trend of this specific pair is doing, I can see where I'm going to be going. And the market's still open until 5 p.m. Eastern. So it's got a little under 2 hours left. So it's still going to go. And being at a negative 32.63 is nothing to be worried about. Granted, just 2 days ago, we had it around 29 and 30 to 31. It's not that big of a deal, because if you look real close at this time chart, you can see what this trade is doing. It has gone hit, went up a little, hit, went up a little, hit, went up a little, and that was 3 in a row. So it's going to head back up, and because how you can tell that is when you trade right, but you look left. And moving over to where the last place it was, which is right here, you can see that it's getting ready to shoot up. It's going to come down again, but it's not going to go past the stop loss. It's going to shoot up, and then eventually it'll go over my entry price, up a little bit, then come below my entry price, then go up and shoot up and hit my take profit. It's just clean selling right there. Take in mind, this type of trading takes consistency, patience, and zero emotion. Don't trade your rent. Don't trade your mortgage. Don't trade your monthly food. If you cannot set money aside for specific trading, don't get in the trade. You trade at your own risk, and past profits do not regulate or encourage or say anyway that you're going to have future profits. It's no guarantee. That's the word I was looking for. It's no guarantee. So you trade at your own risk. Keep in mind patience, consistency, and study your pair. I normally have just the one pair that I work with, and I will stay with it for 4, 6, 8 months, as long as necessary, because it's not going to go and hit my stop loss. It's going to hit my take profit long before I allow it to hit my stop loss. That being said, let's stop our screen share and see if there are any questions. Okay, no questions. I guess I answered well enough for people to know what's happening. Yes, you go and have an excellent remainder of your Friday and enjoy it. But stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night, good day, or wherever you might be. Enjoy your day. Bye for now.